Former Chelsea bidder Sir Martin Broughton has revealed the changes he would have made if he had taken over the club instead of Todd Boehly, claiming he would have stuck with Thomas Tuchel and not spent as much money. Chelsea have had a whirlwind first 7 months under new owner Boehly, who has wasted little time getting up and running at Stamford Bridge by axing German boss Tuchel after a poor start to the season, hiring Graham Potter and overseeing a spend of £600 million across both windows. But Broughton, who was in the running to purchase the Blues after Roman Abramovich was forced to sell the club, in the wake of government sanctions following Russia's invasion of Ukraine, has outlined how his reign would have differed from Boehly's. Broughton made it to the final band of prospective owners hoping to take over, but American Boehly and his consortium headed by Clearlake Capital was eventually chosen to buy the club for £4. 25 billion, it would have been different, he told TalkSport. It's actually quite hard to say how different. We certainly wouldn't have been seeking Tommy Tuchel's exit, but once you get in, you might find that you are seeking it. Once you're inside, things can look different from the outside. Sir Martin Broughton has revealed what changes he would have made to Chelsea if he was picked to take over instead of Todd Boehly. The former Liverpool chief insists his group would not have looked to sack Thomas Tuchel. We certainly would not have been seeking Thomas Tuchel's exit. Exploding head, we wouldn't have spent as much. It's an extraordinarily difficult job Potter has coping with all the new players. Sir Martin Broughton reveals how he'd have run #CFC if he'd bought the club. pic.twitter.com/rsri2gjlbk TalkSport at TalkSport, February 9, 2023. Boehly's spending has also gained plenty of scrutiny after splashing out on 16 new players, including 2 loans, with some fearing the new additions have affected the squad with arrivals yet to gel. Chelsea have also not managed to bring in depth up front despite still not having a recognised centre-forward after letting Romelu Lukaku and Timo Werner leave on loan, and Broughton says while his group would have invested, they would not have committed to the same outlay. He also suggested that he might have looked at cutting the numbers of the squad, saying Potter has an extraordinarily difficult job balancing his plethora of talent. I can't believe for a minute we would have spent as much money, he added. We would have been happy to invest in the team, that was a precondition as far as I was concerned. Personally, I think it's an extraordinarily difficult job Graham Potter's got coping with all those new people in the team. Boehly spent around £600 million on new signings this season, including Mykhailo Mudryk, L, and Enzo Fernandez, R, but Broughton claims his group wouldn't have spent as much. Broughton claims Graham Potter has a difficult job to ensure all of his new arrivals can gel. You can take in 1 or 2 new players, you start bringing in 7 and then another 7 halfway through the season, it's difficult to get the right blend. Raheem Sterling was signed from Man City for £50 million last summer while Marc Cucurella joined from Brighton for £65 million, and Boehly also sanctioned a £70 million purchase of Leicester's Wesley Fofana and Napolis' Kalidou Koulibaly for £34 million. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang was also signed from Barcelona for £10 million despite being 33 years old, with the forward now looking set to leave Stamford Bridge after just 1 league goal and being left out of their Champions League squad. Boehly didn't stop there in January, adding Mykhailo Mudryk for £88 million, PSV's Noni Madueke for £26 million, Monaco's Benoit Badiashile for £35 million and Benfica's Enzo Fernandez for a British transfer fee of £106 million.